Hey there, happy April. This is a great month for new releases for middle grade books, and I can't wait to share them with you. I have been reading them on NetGalley, the advanced reader copies, and so it's time for you to go and get these books and add them to your home or school library and just share them with the kids in your life because they're great. Let's get started. So the first one is The Mystery of Locked Rooms by Lindsay Currie. She usually writes ghost stories, but this is a fun new thing for her that she writes about these kids going and doing escape rooms. And they decide that they are going to go and do this challenge that they really shouldn't do because it is like this locked up fun house that never opened, but it had a mystery to it and there's a treasure involved. And so they're like, oh, we're gonna go beat this. And so they go and find a way in, and there are just constant trials that are really hard for them to overcome. And the beautiful thing about it is as they overcome these different rooms, when they get into each new locked room, they are building on friendship and learning things about not only themselves, but each other that they didn't realize. And so they're learning things that they thought were weaknesses that were just bad things. And they're like, do you know what? These are okay. And we can help each other through it. And I am still good, even though I've got this going on. And so it's just wonderful. I love the way that these are put forward though, because it's not like message in your face, right? It's just heartwarming, and it's there along the lines of this escape room adventure in this fun house where they're trying to find this treasure, and it's just a fun story that kids are going to love, and also adults. It's one of these, all of these books actually that I'm telling you about today are ones that adults can really enjoy as well. So the next one is Trouble at the Tangerine. So this boy and his family, they move around the country, and they've got a social media accounts where they tell their adventures, where they're constantly moving. They never stay in one place more than a year. And he just is done with it. He hasn't told his parents, but he has come up with a plan that this new move is where they're staying put. And so then they just start having problems that he's like, his dad already is ready to move on, and then both his dad and mom are ready to move on when there is a robbery at the Tangerine Pines where they have moved into these apartments. And so he's decided that he's going to solve the robbery with his new friend, who she's really kind of quirky. She reminds me of the girl from Up. And so it's really fun to have their relationship and see that. And when he feels like he's offended her, oh, she'll confirm and let him know, yeah, that bothered me. And so they have their very strong differences of opinion, just like in that movie Up, but they work together and their friendship goes on, and they're trying to solve this, and she wants to do a podcast about it, and he's honest with her and says, you know, I want to solve this so that my parents will be comfortable staying here. And there's, of course, a dog involved. It's one that I think my reluctant reader will really enjoy. He's one that I have a really time picking books for, but I'm getting the impression that he likes books with animals in it, so I'm going to try pitching it to him. And also another one that I'm going to try pitching to him is this historical fiction. It is called Operation Happy, and oh my gosh, how could you not want to read this book? I mean, it's about a dog and a girl, and it's historical fiction during World War II, the attack on Pearl Harbor, and that I just love the title. First off, I just loved it going into the book, but I loved the audiobook that I listened to. So this girl and her family, they're like, yay, we're Team Zerber, and we're gonna overcome, and we're gonna just do our best, each of their moves. But then this is just exceptionally hard because, you know, World War II, attack on Pearl Harbor. And so it's just so sad, and you see kind of a different take on the war than I've seen in other historical fiction books about the war. And it's so neat that she has this goal everywhere she moves to make a list about things that make her happy and what she enjoys about the area. But she decides that her and her dog Happy are going to go on these excursions, these adventures to just enjoy life and find the good things. And so she has this new list, and then it's about self-discovery. And then also, besides this viewpoint of the girl Jody, the main character, the other main character, Happy, we get to see from his point of view as well. And I really like the way that is done, and it's just so fun. It is one of the favorite books that I've read in a long time. I really enjoyed it, and I loved it. I loved the animal connection. It's great. So then the last one, it really surprised me. Like, even as I talk about it with others, it is called The Secret Language of Birds. And Lynn Kelly also wrote one about, you know, a girl and a well. It's called A Song for a Well. And so it goes through, and this girl kind of has a hard time making friends. And she decides that she's going to go to summer camp where her aunt runs the summer camp. But she's really more expecting not to really immerse herself with the kids there, but to be a part of the staff. But her parents have said, you need to do some of the camp things. So she's like, okay, I'll do that. And she loves birding. And so being out in nature, she's really looking forward to that. And she loves to use her phone and get into the apps and be able to identify the different songs of the birds. And even telling you about it now, I'm just like, I wouldn't have expected to love this, and I did. I think this is one that will just be on my favorite list for years to come, because this girl and the connections that she makes, not only with herself and self-discovery and also owning up when she does things that she shouldn't, but about these friendships that she makes with these oddballs. And then they go and they really get into this bird watching with her when they discover these birds that really are unique to this area. And did they lay an egg? And so they are tracking and watching and getting all in on it, and really just about friendship and kindness and you know, just accepting yourself for who you are. Tell me which of these books that you either look forward to reading yourself or sharing with a child in your life. And hey, do me a favor, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and come back and keep getting more great book recommendations. Bye.